So when you do meet a man, right, and you have been independent and taking care of everything, what are the check boxes he has to click off for you to say, okay,
Hmm.
you got it. I
Right.
trust you to take care of this. I can sit back
I
and
gotta see that. For one, I gotta see that you've been able to take care of yourself. You meet people and they want you to just hand over and dude, your lights was off the last time I was over your house.
Yeah.
And here we go. You're listening to the Kings Can Move On podcast with your hosts, Jason Stewart and Frank Rainey.
What up, everybody? Welcome to the Kings Can Move On podcast. You got your big homie, Big Reno, aka Frank the Tank, aka my kid's daddy. What's happening?
I thought you was done with the AKAs, dog. I thought we was
I
gonna move.
said who I am.
I thought we was just saying, hey, this is Kings to Move On. This is Jason. This is Frank. What's up, world? But now it's
Hey man, don't
AKAs.
hate me because you ain't me, player. Don't hate me because you ain't me. Now,
Anyway, we do have special guests tonight. We have the ladies of the
you didn't
Inspire
introduce
Her
yourself, man.
podcast.
Don't everybody know you? You're not worldwide yet.
I want,
He go ahead already.
hey man, let me do me, huh? Let me live, would you please? Let me live. Ladies, go ahead, introduce yourself and introduce your podcast for us, please.
Well, hello there. We are Inspire Her, the Total Woman with Red and Fee. I am Fee, and this
And
is
and I'm Red. Hello, hello, hello.
Welcome to the podcast, ladies. Thank you for
Yeah,
joining
thank y'all for
us.
having
thank
on.
you for having
Coming
us.
on.
Tell me a little
Yes,
bit about the
absolutely.
podcast. I know it personally, but tell my audience a little bit about the podcast.
A little bit about the podcast. Okay, well, our purpose is to inspire women, as the word says, and to empower ladies to know that um, you're not out here alone. There are others that are going through the same things that you are, and we want to inspire you to live to be the best person that you can be. We try to bring people on to the podcast that will help in those ways. Like, for instance, we just did a whole relationship conversation, no holds barred. Now, we know that helps some women because we heard the responses back from them. And thank you guys
Yes.
for being a guest. But we brought women on to talk about. We've had them talk about boudoirs, taking sexy pictures of yourself, feeling good about yourself. We've had people to come on to talk about other types of relationships, like polyamory. What is all of this stuff about that you hear about? We've had some empowering, inspiring conversations just with me and Red, and we're going to continue to do that in the future. So look out for us. Inspire Her, the Total Woman.
That's
Yeah,
what's up.
yeah.
That's what's
That's
up.
right.
Now, and we had the pleasure of being on you guys' podcast, doing a panel with y'all, and
That was a blast.
it was some of them.
Frank
It's
stole
like,
the show.
you know, I will say we've been doing this for about what 3-4 months, Jay, and and that was probably one of the best times that I've had doing it. I mean, I've had a lot of fun doing this. I truly enjoy it, but that was one of the good times. That was one of the best. I'll say top three, top three. So
Awesome. Yeah,
That's
that was
but
fun. We got to do it again. We got to do it again.
yeah.
Yeah, we do. I mean, people are already asking about it, so I think it's
Mhm.
Well, let's make it happen.
I
Let's
think
make
it's
it
a,
happen.
yeah, I think it's a hit. I think it is. So I know I sent you some questions about tonight. We want to talk about like money and relationships, right? But before I get into that, I'm always online before I get on the podcast looking at news, and I read a story about Michael B. Jordan and Lori Harvey,
Oh,
right?
I heard about that.
Yeah. So apparently, they were together for about a year or so, and he was like really going all out, spoiling her and all that kind of stuff. And I guess he asked her to marry her, and she said no. So that happens. But what I was reading was between Steve Harvey and her mama Harvey, it sounds as though they weren't really a fan of Michael's because I saw.
Well,
Well, there was a story about the mama Harvey posted a meme on IG. I forget the actress's name, but she was on Blackish, the mama on Blackish, and
Tracy
Alice
Ellis Ross.
Ross.
no, the mama. I'm sorry, not
Oh,
Oh,
Okay, yeah.
Jennifer
grandma.
Lewis.
yeah.
Jennifer
Yes,
Jennifer
Lewis, yeah.
Lewis.
yes, and she posted a meme like right after the shit went public, and she's like, something you can only sit in shit for so long without smelling like shit, so you gotta get out of shit.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
Yeah, and
yeah.
then Steve said something about uh oh, matter of fact, I saved this. And Steve was like, sometimes we need to thank God for what didn't happen. So
I think it's some stuff that we don't know.
clearly.
must be.
Absolutely.
Definitely some stuff because I have been hearing rumors, you know, and it is rumors like he's real possessive, you know, those types of things, stuff that you might not see out in public.
Yeah. It's yeah, it's something. I was
Because
just
it all looks great, right, on TV.
it does.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm.
It looks
Oh,
good
that's
on
good.
IG and Facebook, and
Right.
everybody's like, "Oh, girl, I love that man. He's a great man. I want a man like that."
Mhm.
You may not. You don't know what kind of man he is.
Ain't that the
But
truth?
reading that stuff, I was
Yeah.
wondering, in your guys' experience, relationship wise, have you ever had a relationship that you was in that your parents or family didn't approve of and was very adamant about, not being
Oh
a
yeah.
person?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely.
And how'd you go about that? Did you just say, "Oh well"?
Well, I learned the hard way.
You
So
did
did
you
I.
do y'all let y'all parents run it, basically?
Oh no. No, 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 no. I'm very independent and make my own decisions, have my own mind. If I make a mistake, I'm gonna own that mistake, but it will be my mistake.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And I'm the type of person like I feel like if you don't allow your children or family members to, you can warn them. You can say, hey,
Hmm.
if they are so in love and they, it's something called a hard lesson. And that's what I had to learn, a hard lesson. I didn't learn two hard lessons.
You mind giving an example?
Those the best lessons you learned, though.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was dating a guy that I probably shouldn't have been dating, and didn't figure it out until later on that he had some issues, some real issues. You see these guys walking around every day, and you think, oh, he's an upstanding dude. That's my dude.
Hmm.
He's that, but that's the mask that they have on sometimes. Behind
Mm-hmm.
closed doors, it's a totally different person.
Now, as a mother with a daughter, I think differently. I will share my opinion and my trying to use the right word, but my unhappiness with whatever relationship she's in. But ultimately, it's her decision. I mean, no mother wants to see their child hurting or
Right.
being in a relationship that's not good for them.
If
Yeah.
you had seen your daughter and her boyfriend, girlfriend, don't matter. But if you saw, I don't know because I don't know their sexual orientation. So,
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
but if you seen them argue, um, do you feel like you would have a certain feeling towards that other person because that other person is not your child? Do you think that you would treat them different?
It depends on what they're
No.
talking about.
Yeah, I would let them. First of all, I will see how she handles herself in the argument because she could be totally wrong or she could be right. And just to see, I would only intervene if I thought it was getting a little bit, if it was escalating to the point where it may turn physical. But
Mhm.
otherwise,
I definitely feel
work
bad.
things out.
I feel bad for a man who put hands on my child.
Yeah, me
Hmm.
too.
I do
Me
feel
too.
bad. because it ain't gonna work out that way at all.
Yeah.
Ain't gonna
I'd heard this one thing where Lucy said, "Yeah, I hit that hole, Your Honor. She was beating my daughter ass, and I bopped her in the eye again." Yeah. So I understand.
Don't know if it's gonna be me. Might not be me, you know. But I just think that to a certain point. Now, if you got a grown 30, 40-year-old daughter out here, you know, I'm gonna have a conversation with you and say, hey, I don't think this is the best decision for you. But then after that, if you choose to keep on going down that route,
I just pray for it. Give it to the Lord. Yeah. We just got to give it to God.
That's right.
And that's, I mean, you know, what more can you do?
Yeah.
Because you have to ultimately make some decisions and experience some things to actually learn. You can't be told everything and how to avoid everything. It's just not gonna work that way. You gotta live and learn and experience some things the hard way, and then you know better, really better. Like, okay,
right,
never again, never ever.
Yeah.
Do y'all think that an independent woman,
that's the air quotes,
can become interdependent in a relationship?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So and I'll even bring up a scenario. I have a friend that she's very independent. And now she's dating a guy who is not. You know, he depends on her for a lot. So she actually takes over the finances and she takes that control. She demands that control. I don't, and she always tells me, we get into heated arguments, and because she tells me that if she was ever in a relationship where the man was taking care of her and doing things for her, she would surrender that. I don't see that happening because she is so headstrong. She is so.
Say the same thing about me.
You really?
Yes, is she headstrong because she has to be? And she had to be headstrong and had to be, you know, in that position. Like she's been, well, kind of both of us, but we've been single mothers for a very long time where we had to handle and manage everything. So both of us, I think we went through a little transition with having men in our lives and giving up that, you know, because we need to make sure it's okay. Because at the end of the day, we have to depend on us and make sure that we're okay. Because men come and go. You come and you can leave or whatever, but at the end of the day, I got to make sure my stuff is straight.
Yeah. So let me ask you this:
I can't be down and out. Like I can't.
Exactly.
Right. So when you do meet a man, right, and you have been independent and taking care of everything, what are the check boxes he has to click off for you to say, okay, you got it.
Right.
I trust you to take care of this. I can sit back.
I gotta see that. For one, I gotta see that you've been able to take care of yourself. You know, you meet people and they want you to just hand over, and dude, your light was off the last time I was over your house.
Yeah.
Was that disconnect? What's up with that disconnect notice that was there?
Disconnection notices on your counter. What's going on?
How are we gonna Netflix and chill and they're saying, please call your provider?
I know, right? So I mean, and that's just going, you know, that's going far. But I need to know that you are able. I need to see, you know, take some time and see that you're able to take care of these things, and that, you know, and I think being around a person, and I'm not just saying Netflix and chilling. I need to be around you. Right. You know what I'm saying? And I need to know, you know, what you got going on. Because a lot of times we marry people, and once you get married, you're like, oh dang, I didn't know you had all that going on. Well, why not?
Because we don't talk. And what's also important, guys, is what is your relationship with money like? What do you see money? Do you value money, or do you value a dollar? What is your relationship like with money? You frivolous with it? You know, you good with it? How are you with money?
You calling me on Friday saying, babe, can I borrow some payday?
Yeah.
That part.
Pay my
think-
bills.
I think in a lot of relationships, you may have one as a spender, one's a saver,
Hmm.
vice versa. And can you mesh the two, or do you both need to be on the same page? You both savers, you both. I mean, it can work. I'll take an example. Like my parents, um, my dad likes to spend. He's not frivolous with it, but he likes to spend. My mom would just rather just kind of, chill. So, it can work if y'all manage it,
Right.
and y'all talk about it. So,
Right.
they've
You
been
have,
together
And I
20
hate to
years.
be a
So,
yeah, and I hate to make it a gender thing, but typically women are more cautious, and men are the spenders. They like to spend money because I guess their idea, I know I'm gonna make more. It's more money out there. I'm gonna spend it. Whereas women, we like we said last time, we think about things. We think things through. We weigh the pros and cons. Do I need this new Gucci bag, or is that important? But whereas a man, he just go on and get him.
yeah,
Hmm.
but I've known some women that are shopaholics. And
yeah. Awesome.
Yes,
yeah.
I
My
know some of
issue,
those too.
my issue is that some of the men that I meet are like, "Oh, you the accountant, you can handle it," And I'm like, "I've been handling this for years. I don't want it no more. I'm tired." But I do want to. I ain't gonna say oversee, but I mean I want to be able to see. Like I don't want a person that's gonna be like, "Oh, I got it. You don't need to look at the bank account."
If you're enjoying this podcast, don't forget to subscribe and like us on YouTube and rate and follow us on your favorite podcast platform.
What about if somebody makes significantly more than the other? Let's say, you got somebody that's making 3 times more than what you make, or you're making 3 times of what they make,
Going home then. I'm gonna be a house husband if that's the case.
Dude, I can ready to say that I ain't worried about it.
Yeah, I ain't worried.
Exactly.
You got it.
I
So
think it's
so
just what works for. I think it what works for you.
Mhm.
It's about having that respect and relationship. I may not bring home as much money as you, but I have just as much value as you in the relationship. So
Right.
everything can be monetized. I make sure things are flow, keep it going. You may make the money, but you may not know how to manage it. And I'm paying the bills and take care of this stuff. So I think it's just what works for that couple and that relationship in a respectful manner.
could
Right.
y'all be with a man that makes 3 times more than you? And how would you
Absolutely.
handle that? Because if he's making 3 times more than you, let's just say round it up, 100,000. Y'all making 100,000. He's making 3. So,
Problem.
obviously he's gonna say, well, you know what? I don't know if I can trust you with all of this additional 2 that I'm bringing in.
Now we talking marriage or relationship because it's a
That's
big difference.
Well, let's say a commitment. So whether it be marriage or a long-term relationship, not somebody that you've been dating for the last 6 months, not anything like that. I'm talking about somebody y'all been dating for a year and above, or even married for a year and above.
I mean, I would look at it differently if I'm married to him as opposed to dating him. So
Why?
if
Because you're
I'm
gonna take
married
his
to
money if y'all break up. See, that's what's wrong with y'all women.
no,
That's what's
no, no,
wrong.
no, 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 no. It's more of a stability and a security thing. Even if I made more money, if I made the 300 and he made the 100, I think being married, you got to look at it in a different way because we're coming together. We just dating and we living together or something. That's a whole different thing. But
Would
marriage
y'all be
comes with another commitment.
would you be open to sign either signing a
Uh-oh.
prenup or having separate finances?
Here we go.
Or would you want no? I mean, because seriously, these are things that couples talk. This is an issue,
Yeah.
whether it be 100,000, 50,000, or 100,000, 300,000. So with this is people don't like to talk about it. Couples don't like to talk about it, but if somebody is making significantly more than the other one, and they want to protect themselves or protect their assets, because it's the divorce rate in America is over 50%. Would y'all see a problem with that?
Wouldn't. And that's just who I am because I know I have the capabilities of making whatever I want to make or need to make. So no, I wouldn't. I would be okay with signing a prenup.
Okay,
See?
Felicia.
I would hope that you wouldn't need me to, but I mean,
Yeah.
if you needed me to.
No. I will hope that you did. That means you making some money. You making some dough.
Yeah.
I wouldn't sign no prenup if he making 300,000. I'm making 100,000. I mean, to me, that's a big difference. But I think of millions. You coming in with millions, and I'm in the 100,000s or something. That's a bigger difference for me. But 300 and 100.
Now my issue,
I mean, I'm doing good too.
If I already got like household stuff that's coming with me, you know what I'm saying? Like I have a mother that's living with me. I have a daughter that's not yours. So I need to be able to maybe take care of things that you're not going to take care of. You know what I'm saying? So coming into a relationship, yeah, I might not, we help out with our family stuff, but then there may be a certain portion of my money that needs to go elsewhere. Now you'll know that, but I'm probably not expecting you to help me take care of my mom. I mean, you could if you wanted to, but
But if you're taking care, let's say he's making more, you're taking care of things, he's taking care of things, y'all break up. And that means that, or when y'all were together, that means that you could do that in a more comfortable manner, so to speak. Because if, and now when y'all are not together, that even though you're still in that 6-figure range, let's say that becomes tighter for you. A lot of women become bitter with that. And that's why even when in a relationship, let's say I'm in a relationship with someone and we have a child, we're taking care of that child together and we break up, that's the first place they're going to try to run is to the child support office.
Knew that was coming.
Yeah, but I mean, but it's the truth though. The majority of the time. I'm not gonna say every time, but the majority of the time they run to a child support office and they want to say, okay, they make way more than me, so they need to pay a lot.
I think scorned women do that, and if that's your child, then I'm expecting you to do what you're supposed to be doing anyway. If I have to go to the child support place on you, it was at a last resort because you're not doing what you need to do. So how about, what do you think about on the flip end, keeping me and our children or our child comfortable? You gonna take your $300,000 if I'm making 70 and you living in this lavish home and got us in a 2-bedroom apartment? Is that fair, or do you want your kids to live in a certain way? And then a lot of men, they try to get custody of the kids to keep from paying the child support. Let me make her look bad or discredit her so that I can get the kids. And if they got money and they got great attorneys, you got a great attorney and I got a public defender or somebody from legal aid, who gonna win? You gonna take my kids because you don't want to pay child support. So that happens too.
Yeah, it does.
So I think it just goes back to the respect that we have for one another. And if you dogging me, if we just don't work out because, you know what, Frank, we've been married 5 years, we got these 2 small kids, we're just not a good fit. It's not working. I'm not happy. You're not happy. Let's move on. That's one thing, but if you out here spreading the low and laying it low and spreading it wide, cheating and disrespecting me and all that kind of stuff, then yeah, I might go for the juggler. But if you're respecting me and we're in a good relationship, then I think we can work it out and split amicably, in a peaceful manner. So I think it goes back to the relationship and the respect that the 2 people have for one another.
You used the word respect a couple of times now, and in some instances, especially when you're talking about a woman making more money than a man, sometimes that respect factor starts to drop. Sometimes a woman tends to not respect a man as much when he's not bringing as much money in, but he wants to be the man. You know what I'm saying? Some women look at it as, okay, you want me the man, but I'm the breadwinner. I'm this, I'm that. So I'm gonna do what I want to do with the money. You have no say. You a husband, but I'm here, you here financially. So the respect is a big thing. I think sometimes it can get out of whack when it comes to money.
I mean, if that's the case, then we shouldn't even be together because we're not evenly yoked. If I meet you and I'm making $150,000 and I like you and we're dating and you make 60. I'm meeting you where you are. I'm at that point deciding that, you know, you make enough. It's more about you and what you make because we're going to be okay. And I just think that just shows insecurities on her part. I never try to emasculate a man, and that's emasculating to me.
Mm-hmm.
Whether I make more money or not, you're the king of this castle. You're the head of this household. As long as you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, you can have a respectful job and a respectable job making $50,000, $60,000. You know, you may have. I got a master's degree in a license. You may have a bachelor's degree in doing something completely different. So, you know, it takes a strong man to be in that relationship.
What is a man? What is a man's?
Did we tell the folks what the topic is for tonight?
I think we did. I said it's gonna be money and relationships.
Oh, okay.
But then I went off to the Steve Harvey thing and came back to this. And Frank just went forward. So yeah.
That's right.
So what do y'all say a man's job is in a relationship?
Uh-oh.
What is a man's job? What is a woman's job?
I think a man's job is to be the head of the household, one, but you know, we talked about this a little bit on No Holds Barred. You know, you don't have to cut the grass, but make sure the grass get cut. You don't have to fix the roof, but make sure the roof get fixed. I mean, you know, those types of things. And you know, we can switch jobs because I'm not gonna always be the person in the kitchen cooking, you know. So, but the main thing is that if somebody comes to the house or, you know, wants to know something about the house or is fixing the house or whatever, I'm gonna expect, you know, him to take care of that because for me, I just feel like that's a man's role to make sure the household is good.
So, Fee, what if it's two women in a relationship? Me and you are married, or Jason and Frank are married.
Oh! Wait a damn minute! Wait a minute, Jason.
Frank,
cut off this recording
right now.
I'm just messing with you. We don't give a shit.
I'm talking about
in any relationship, somebody tends to take that role. They tend to find roles.
Right.
You know, whether it's two women or two men, they tend to find their roles. And it's the same thing, no matter what. You know, it's that person that likes to do the outdoorsy stuff, and then that's that person that may like to cook. And if neither one of you like to do it, then you got to find a way to make things work.
But you hit on that they need to be the head of the household. What does that entail to you ladies? What does being a head of a household entail?
I think making sure that, you know, your family follows you, that you're a protector of this family, you're a provider of this family. That don't mean that you have to do it alone because we can work together. But, you know, if it's a mouse in the house, I want to come to you. Now, I'm just kidding. But just leading.
I gotta find it, you know? I'm about to climb the wall.
That's right. I think just being able to lead the family, being God-fearing for me, being God-fearing and just being respectful and protecting your family, you know, making sure that your kids and me are okay, making sure that the stuff is taken care of around the home, communicating with me, because we all fall short. Communicating with me, I got your back. That same $300,000 man could get laid off or his business could go plummeting, but I still got this $100,000. So if you walking around like your stuff don't stink because you make $300,000, next thing you know, your company went belly up and you looking at me, you know, you might start feeling some kind of way about me because I'm making the one that's making the money. But so that's why it got to be deeper than that.
You said something. To me, it's got to be somebody that can lead me and my family.
Yeah.
Now, if I come home and things not getting done, and you know,
you got the wrong one,
or watching TV or whatever, when stuff not getting done, then you're not leading me, and that's what falls short. You want to be the leader, but you're not even doing stuff for your kids to respect you. You know what I'm saying? So how are you gonna be a leader?
Well, you know,
right.
we remember Steve Harvey at one time became a self-proclaimed relationship expert, right? You know, he wrote a book and a movie, had a show, and he had a thing where
Mm-hmm.
a man had to do three P's. It was provide, protect, and profess. That's
Mm-hmm.
to him what made a man, you know.
Profess?
Profess.
Best is love.
Yeah.
Yeah, profess his love, provide and protect his woman, his family. So, you know, that was part of the leadership and being a man in in his eyes. So, um, I think we can all agree, you know, a man should be providing, protecting his family and professing. So, you know, I think it gets a little twisted when we get down the lines of the finances and some roles in the house. Because I don't have no problem cooking, cleaning, doing the work. I think we can come together and share a lot of things, you know,
Yeah.
as far as roles, responsibilities, as well as finances. If you're enjoying this podcast, don't forget to subscribe and like us on YouTube and rate and follow us on your favorite podcast platform.
That's
Honestly, I think it's only a problem if the man is the one that feels like he's getting the short end of the stick. Like if his woman is making more money than him, or if his money is, he could perceive that as her feeling this kind of way, or he backing back because he may feel like, well, I'm not making any money, or I'm not making the money, so I can't make no decisions. I don't have no say, kind of stuff. You got some man that, and to me, it's cowardly to do that. You just kind of like giving up because I make more money than you, and I don't agree with that.
You gotta, one thing that falls on us as women is sometimes you have to ensure your man that, hey, babe, I'm not thinking like that. You know, you can't do things and come home and be like, well, you ain't doing, you ain't,
right,
doing this, and because that's gonna make him feel less than. You can't know that you make $300,000 and this man makes 60, and you coming home saying, well, we're gonna do this and we're gonna do that, because that's making him feel like he doesn't have a say so in what's going on. Or if now I have a friend, if her man makes the decision, she goes and counteracts it, and like, he said we gonna do this,
Yeah.
And I'm like, girl, how are you gonna when you gonna let this man lead the household?
Be a man.
Mm-hmm.
I want somebody to lead, but you acting like the dude in this relationship. So as women, we also have to, sit back sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard, especially when you've been on your own. For some people, it's easy as pie. For some, it's hard when you, one, been on your own, and two, you've been with some men that ain't been so nice, ain't been so good.
And
I agree with that 100%.
That's the first question. Can you be independent but then become interdependent? But then again, like you said, it depends on the man, depends on the woman and the man, how they come together. And if he's the man and a man, and the woman should be able to say, "You got it, baby. I trust you."
Some men, I hate to say this, and I feel for y'all. I
was just about to say it. I know what you're gonna say.
Some men, you're gonna have to reassure that woman. It's gonna take a minute to reassure that woman, because she's been down a long, hard, dark. So if and only if you're able and ready. You walk up on a woman like that, if you ain't ready, say, baby, this ain't my deal, so I can't do it. But
and the man has, go ahead, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You are, then by all means, understand, have some patience, and it'll happen.
And a man has to step up too. And I don't want you ladies to think that I'm just a woman basher. I'm bashing women. But I will say that a man has to step up as well. They have to step up to the plate. And that's one thing that I'm at fault for in my second marriage. I didn't, when things fell for me financially, and she became that breadwinner. It was like when before that happened, I made a little bit more than her, maybe about 10,000 or something. But when that fell through, all my stuff dropped significantly, and I just checked out mentally. And that was my fault. That was, that was one of the things that the financial downfall in our marriage was my doing.
Was
But
she encouraging you, dog, or was she?
no, that's what I was about to say. Now the second part of that is I sure didn't get any help. No one came to me and like, she just come to me and would say, "Oh, baby, it'll be okay." She's like, "You dumb motherfucker," shit like that.
But
So
hold on,
that's where it went.
were you walking around like the big dog when you were making that much money? Okay.
No,
So
I've
that could be
always
some
humbled
give back.
myself. Yeah, I've never been never been that dude to where I wanted to go to Instagram and flash all this stuff. I didn't. That has never ever been me. All my stuff is I want to take care of my family.
Well, you know what, guys, we're gonna talk about some of these things in our next season, but like Charita said before, you gotta be equally yoked. Like when women come out their mouth and say stuff, it ain't their first time. It's not. It shouldn't. It's not a surprise. That's in you. And it's been in you from the beginning, just like with some men. Now, if it is a surprise, then dang, because girls, somebody will be like, "Oh, I never saw that in him." Well, you probably ain't never spent a whole lot of time with them. But a lot of times, like that, oh, girl, he fine. Dang, she got, so we overlook a lot of things. And then when crap hits the fan, you're going to get the person that you got. Like, that person gonna come out when everything going. Hold on, y'all, my dog having a fit. When everything is going good.
I thought you had Busta Rhymes in there, rah, rah, like a dungeon dragon.
I'm sorry, guys. When everything is going good, you're gonna get that sweet woman.
We gonna mute you.
Yeah, because Cujo acting up back there.
She said, "Fifi, stop lying."
Tell my Max to cut it out. But you know what? Traditionally, if I'm, like we looking, even though we may be looking, even though we make a certain amount of money, we still looking for a man to make more money than us and to be able to provide these things. I mean, it's just a natural. We don't want nobody making less money than us. But if we up here, like you referenced the Steve Harvey Think Like a Man, like Sproget's character. Like she was making over 6 figures or close to 7, and he had the potential. He was a guy with the potential. So, she couldn't see him driving a raggedy car. She got a big body Benz. I'm like, so it was. I can't say that they were unevenly yoked, but he just hadn't got to his full potential like she had, or maybe he hadn't had the opportunities. But I'm going to help you grow. Show me that you got a vision. If I make more money than you, but you trying to do something, I don't care if you at McDonald's working your way to the manager in training or something. You're doing something. You're not just like living off me, and you can still be that leader and that head of the household.
Right.
Sometimes it just takes a man.
What you laughing at, Jason?
Because she's a manager at McDonald's.
I was thinking about McDonald's. And you lying.
McDonald's commercial.
You lying. I thought about coming to America when that food was like, today I'm on, but tomorrow I'll be on fries.
Hold on. If you meet somebody,
she ain't dating no manager at McDonald's. Stop lying.
If you meet somebody out in like an upscale cigar bar or something like that, he well dressed, well put together. He got good conversations, and he cool, and but he tell you he a manager at McDonald's.
Okay. Oh, I got a question for y'all. Now,
y'all don't believe I date nobody at McDonald's.
I don't. I'm sorry. I don't.
Gotta be a manager.
No respect.
All right, well,
hey, shout out
McDonald's. Gotta be a manager.
Shout out to y'all. We're good.
Yeah.
I want to come to McDonald's.
Coming home smelling like chicken nuggets.
Okay.
Okay, I got a question for you. First date.
Wow.
First date. Should a man pay for that date?
Yep.
Especially if he asks me, yes.
So he should pay for the date.
Right.
What is he paying for?
Oh, here we go.
my time, my company, my presence.
Everything.
He paying for this.
So if he's paying for that, then then he's also paying for the draws, right?
No,
you better stop playing. You better get out of here.
You said he paying for your time, he paying for your presence, then he's paying for that pussy.
No, for one, I ain't no prostitute.
What's it gonna cost me?
No.
That's all they want to know. What's it gonna cost me? What's the price? The number? That's what you asking.
So
what's the magic number?
Damn, you have to choke me up. So he pays for the first date. If that first date is at White Castle, are you okay with that?
Nope.
Oh, he's paying for your time. He's paying for your presence. He paying for the food. He paying.
Well, who takes the person to
White Castle? So you ain't taking me to White.
We'll have a White Castle either. Look, if we were in college, yes, but almost 50 years old, absolutely not.
Okay. So how much should a man pay on that first date for y'all to appreciate that? For y'all to appreciate? Because I'm pretty sure y'all checking that menu for prices. Be like, oh, that cost $18. That cost, my appetizer cost $10, and his stuff cost $22.
Frank is so scarred, y'all. He's so scarred.
No, I'm not scarred. I'm just asking questions. These are questions that men want to know. Jason want to try to throw the wool over motherfuckers' eyes. I'm bringing the real. This is the shit the men want to know.
I got the real too, but I'm gonna push it forward a little bit. So, first date, second date. I'm just saying, you date the guy, early stages of it, month, 2 months. Should this man pay for everything all the time going forward, or should be a point like, baby, I got you?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm gonna pay. Especially if I say, hey, I want you to come with me through this. It's my treat. Treat. And I ain't gonna be doing the reach. If I'm gonna pay for it, I'm gonna pay for it.
You need to reach.
But should I get
waiting for you to get it? I got it. I got it.
No, that check comes, she like this.
Well, let me go powder my nose.
I gotta go to the restroom.
No. But if I pay, should I get the draws? What am I paying for?
Oh, the draws. Okay. And I'll be standing naked with nothing but a smile on. Yes, you can have them draws at first. And speaking of which,
Frank, you ain't gotta pay.
Shit.
It's
you
free.
set yourself up for that one.
So, speaking of draws, when should the man expect, if y'all feeling each other, if y'all are feeling each other,
about draws,
when should a man expect?
I thought we were talking about money.
We were.
We just talked about him paying for dinner.
We were, but Frank's got to
he got to pay. He's one of
the time that you should be expecting.
It's Frank's show now.
I think it should be organic. If it happens, it just happens. But if we just meeting out all the time and we go in the clubs, restaurants, you taking me back home, or I pick you up and take you back home. But I mean, it depends. It has to be right. We both have to be feeling each other, and it has to be organic. It shouldn't be expected. It should just happen.
As long as the Netflix is working, Netflix accounts work.
First of all, me personally, I'm not going to be in the very beginning. I'm not going to be spending a whole heck of a lot of time at your house.
Yeah.
Because that's when you get into situations.
That's the setup. Mm-hmm.
But not even. That's when you get into situations where you tend to think that, oh, I love him, when it's not really love. It's y'all got into the situation quick, and it's tough. Okay. And that gets into the situation where you don't know the person that you end up with, and then after you've been in a relationship for a while, you don't want to be with that person because you didn't really get to know the real person up front. You got to know his lower regions or her.
And add it to your body count. Add it to your body count.
You done got the real chick, and you like, well, where'd she come from? Well, baby, she was already here. You just ain't see none of this. You saw all this, So,
okay.
I mean, 2 months. How well you gonna know this woman in 2 months unless you with her every day?
So you saying that they shouldn't have sex in 2 months? This ain't the boys to men era. Shit, hold on, wait a minute.
Nothing.
I mean, are we dating with a purpose? Are we dating with a purpose, or every now and then we just get
Sure.
together and go out to eat?
Okay.
If we dating with a purpose, then that's something different. But if we just chilling, you dating 3 or 4 different people, I'm dating 3 or 4 different people, then no, I ain't mixing stuff like that. But if it's just me and you, we've been dating for a minute, we've kind of got to the point where we're only seeing each other. We may not be in a full committed relationship, but we're not seeing other people. And if it happens organically, then yeah.
And what happens when that man is dating with a purpose? A purpose to get in your drawers.
and Frank,
I think
you're dating with a purpose.
I think that should be the goal. I mean, I think that should be ultimately be the goal. I think we said it in your podcast that in the panel that we need to also explore that, just simply because if we've been compatible.
We said talk about it. We didn't say explore.
You say get into it.
No, we need to take some action. Because if I'm not doing what you want to do and you're not doing what I want to do sexually, then what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Because you're not going to be happy. Ultimately, I'm not going to be happy. And it goes because I think that sex should be the same as in finances, as in what you like to do, as in how you treat your kids, how you treat my kids. You know what I mean? And if it's not compatible on all levels, at least at an 80% level, then what are we doing here? We're wasting our time.
It's an important.
And we'll know at that point. Yeah, we'll know at that point how much you make.
But I don't think you should put a number on
it. If you're enjoying this podcast, don't forget to subscribe and like us on YouTube, and rate and follow us on your favorite podcast platform.
No. So when am I going to ask you how much you make? So when do we get into that conversation? What you do, how much you make? When is that appropriate to ask when you date somebody?
You can ask them what they do, and what's that website they give you?
But that ain't necessarily true.
It's an average, but you have an idea. If I say, hey, I'm an insurance agent.
If I'm sitting at the table with you, Frank, and you feeling me, and I'm like, so how much money you make? You're gonna think I'm in there to get your money.
Off the first date? Yes. That's another
first date.
Yeah, no.
Well, you know what? I'll tell this is what I would tell you. I would tell you how much I make, but then I would say, how freaky are you? Since we getting personal. Since we asking shit, so let's keep talking. You ask me questions, you ask, I ask, you ask, I ask. We won't know interest.
But
what kind of movies you like? Oh yeah.
So that shows that you don't care how much me as a woman make. If I ask you how much money you make and you don't ask me that back, you ask me something about sex. That just shows, what it is.
No, that
you
just
don't
shows,
care how much money I make.
And for me, it just lets you know that how important that is with me. Just like that's important to you, that is important to me. Now, and I'm not saying
rank them, dog. What's the ranking for you? Sex, money, and
well, no, I think they're all. I think they should be all intertwined. I don't think one should be more important than the other. Well, let me backtrack a little bit. I think how a person treats their kids is the most important thing to me, because I'm so into my kids, So how they treat their kids or how they treat other people, how they treat people is number one for me. Sexy.
Okay.
And then what? Money or sex? Money or sex?
Sex.
Yeah.
He said sex.
You want to know how you treat your kids, your freak number, and how much
freaky you get, and then how much money you get.
If that, whatever that freak number, can it be multiplied? No, I'm just saying. No, I'm just
I don't even think
Frank can. I got a question based on something Frank said. So you got kids, and Frank, you got kids, right? And I come into the situation. I don't have any kids. Are you expecting me to spend my money on your children?
No, I don't expect you to spend money on my kids, but I do expect at some point down the line, maybe 5-6 months down the line, if I'm going to my daughter's soccer game, or if I'm going to my daughter's softball game, whatever activity she has, I don't expect to go alone, if that makes sense.
So you a family man. You want your family man. You want that family. You ready to put your player card up and be a family man?
Well, see, what I think is this. I think that
pause on that one.
It was a pause.
He did a long pause.
Yeah.
Very long.
Is he
He's
stuck?
froze. Look.
He lied.
Yeah,
He
that's what
lied.
I
No,
think.
he moving.
We had to do a hard pause on that one. You good too, because we thought you. I thought you.
He thought I knew he was stuck. I knew he was stuck. I can see that lip quivering. So that means no.
I will say I truly am a family man, but I will also say that I'm jaded. I mean, I'm the first to admit the fact that I have my issues of where I'm not. The reason I'm not in relationships right now is because I'm jaded. I'm enjoying me. Like I enjoy coming home, and it's just me, and I can get drunk or get high and sing and watch whatever the hell I want to watch. Now, do I miss that companionship with another woman? I want to, there are a lot of things I want to do with someone else, with another woman. But the relationships that I've been in, it hasn't, the things that I like, they haven't been reciprocated. You know what I mean? If that makes sense.
Yes. You need some therapy.
I do. Yeah.
Talking to the right person right there.
We've all said that.
Come on, Red.
Couch.
We've said he need therapy. He won't
You
do it.
got my
I
email.
understand that
Mhm.
because, you know, when you in a relationship and you put your all into it and things don't work out like you think they should, or, you know, the person isn't trying to be there for you, then I could see you being jaded. I could see that happening because women can mess up a man. I mean,
And men can mess up women too. Well, I mean, it's a two-way street.
It definitely goes both ways.
Mhm.
So with the women that you dated, what was the initial attraction? Were you looking at the body or the physical?
Oh yeah, they gotta have a big booty. So that's a must. And they got a pretty face and a big booty.
I'm
Oh,
taking Frank.
Yeah. I'm looking at Fee's picture. I'm like, ooh, she's single for real? Oh my goodness. No, but yeah, that's truly how, you know, a lot of people want, and good heart. Just I want to. One thing that I even if I'm going on dating sites or something like that, if they don't have those questions answered, I'm swiping left.
Full
But
disclaimer.
the same thing, you shouldn't have to settle either.
Yeah, right. And
you got a lot to offer.
Full
You shouldn't.
disclaimer. Full disclaimer. Reno is a Scorpio, so I don't know if y'all know signs, but Scorpio, he told me, is the freakiest sign in the damn.
The freakiest sign, yeah. Scorpios are freaky.
Look. She's like, no. Scorpio.
You on mute, Felicia. You on mute.
I had the worst relationship with a Scorpio.
Yeah, he's a Scorpio, so.
I'm a Sagittarius.
Oh yeah. Both of my ex-wives were Sagittariuses, and I was really attracted to them. And then they were the worst breakups that I've ever had in my damn life.
Leo.
Sorry.
I understand why Sagittarius and Scorpio should never be together.
Ever. I told you, Jay.
I don't pay attention to signs. You're right. I'm a Pisces, whatever that means. I don't know. But ladies, it's been a great conversation. we appreciate you coming out. We really do. We up against it though. Reno.
Hey, Jay.
You want to say anything at the end here, like you always do?
Yeah, I want to thank you, ladies, for coming on. It's always this is our third or fourth time just talking through video, and I've truly enjoyed when we first met the two of y'all, and when we did the podcast, when we did the panel. That was so fun. I thank you guys, and I'm hoping that we're inviting you all to our panel that we're going to have and share that. And I'll say that, you know, through our life, we are going through our journey. You know, our thing is we want to enjoy our journey while we're doing it. We're going to have some struggles. We're going to have some problems. We're going to have some times where it's going to say, damn, what the hell is happening? What am I doing here? Get your and that's where you have to sit there and you have to sit back, go within, get your clarity, pray, talk, write, do whatever you got to do. Get your clarity, get your understanding, and know where your path is, and follow the path that is going to be put out for you. So that's what I'm doing. I do it daily. I'm still a work in progress, but I enjoy my journey. Sometimes I don't, but for the most part, I enjoy my journey. And again, I thank y'all for coming out. Big Wolf.
Thank you, ladies. Big Frank, Lil J, Red and Fee, InspireHer Total Woman podcast. Y'all tune in.
Check out there. Oh, when do you guys upload your podcast so our viewers can know?
We upload our podcast every Wednesday. We are probably this episode with you guys. We will upload it if you guys would allow us to upload it on our podcast. And we're going to take a break for a little while because we are planning a retreat for next year in February. And if you allow us to share our information with you guys, it's going to be a very intimate, small retreat here, not too far from me in Hilton Head, South Carolina. Very beautiful beach area. And so we are February 23rd. The weekend of February 23rd is our date tentatively, but we'll get that information out. And we are very, very, very happy that you guys allowed us to be on here with you guys. We definitely gonna partner. We definitely
yes.
We gotta support each other.
Good that.
Right.
That's
We're
right.
gonna throw out some dates for this No Holds Bars number 2, part 2.
Yeah.
Well, because we want to do it monthly. I think it's good. It'll be the core of us, the 4 of us, and then inviting 4 other people in and just talking relationship stuff, talking real life stuff. And we've all been through some stuff, Frank.
I like.
And
the next time
point, we're gonna have I'm gonna throw this out there, a real big challenge. At some point, we need to have an in-person one.
Oh, I'm good with that. I'm good with
I'm with it.
I've been to Savannah. I've been to Atlanta. I love Hilton Head. Great golf out there, dog. Great golf.
Mr. World Traveler, shut the fuck up. I've been to Conway, Arkansas. I've been to Little Rock, Arkansas.
You might come out there to y'all in Kansas.
No,
Missouri. I'm in Missouri. I'm
in Houston, Missouri. H-Town.
You in Houston. You in Missouri. I'm in Georgia. She in Virginia.
Yeah, I'd rather come to Houston.
Got them all covered.
We can come to Houston. I ain't mad.
I'd rather come to Houston.
Yeah. Houston, we can get either a studio or we get a setup somewhere. We can do it.
We'll work out the semantics.
Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen.
Yeah. Exactly.
Let's make it happen.
All right, Scorpio.
Sag. Hey.
Pisces.
We out, y'all. Thank you.
All right. Take care. Right. Bye-bye.
If you enjoyed that episode, don't forget to subscribe and like us on our YouTube channel and rate and follow us on your favorite podcast platform.